On our Therapy Thursday, why don't you walk into those holiday gatherings with confidence, even if you feel a little bit stressed about it?
Marriage and family therapist Heather Holmgren is joining us to talk how to respond to holiday stress with intention. Heather, we're so happy to have you.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. I really am, so thank you.
Before we launch in, I just have to say, this is so funny. So we met because I trick-or-treated at your house. And then we started to follow each other, and I found out she was this incredible therapist, and I said, please come on and talk with us.
Look what a chance encounter on Halloween.
How creepy is it of me to be like, I know you. I know exactly who you are.
And then we became friends, and here we are.
Meant to be.
This is such a perfect topic for this time of year, something we can all relate to, holiday stress with intention. Where do we start?
Well, you know, when I think about some of the things that we have to do during the holidays, I think of chaos and putting so many things together and just doing one thing after the other. And I think that we kind of lose the purpose or the meaning behind why are we doing what we're doing? What is the reason, like, for this time of year? What do we really want to accomplish in these events that we're going to, with these people that we're seeing? So intention setting is a way for us to be able to remind ourselves of, like, why we're here, why we're doing what we're doing, and focus on the present moment.
Let's go through a couple of these. You say start with mindfulness and then set your intention.
So mindfulness is a way to be in the present. And again, I think when things get chaotic or when we have a lot to do, we pull ourselves into the anxious future instead of being right here, right now. And so the way that I like to do mindfulness is like a five senses mindfulness. So, you know, I'm wearing velvet pants, so I might like ground myself by touching my pants, or I might just take a breath and just, you know, smell the air and just give myself a moment to recenter. And then starting with the intention. First of all, what's the big picture takeaway? Why is it that I'm really going to this event, for instance? So let's say I'm going to a family party. What is it? What is the reason why I'm going? What's the big picture that I want to focus on? The next is can this be achieved independent of others? So I think sometimes when we set an intention, we think like, well, I really want my mom to be happy, or I want the kids to have a really good time. And we don't really have control over whether or not that happens. We only have control over ourselves. So I want to come back and say, what kind of intention can I set that's just for me? I want to make sure that I help my mom the best that I can. That's something I have control over, and I can keep checking in with myself. I want to give the kids an opportunity to play with their cousins. That's something
It's about you.
Yeah, it's what I'm doing.
That's a game changer, because so often I put the outcome in my kid, right? If this doesn't go well, if they don't behave, if they don't have a good time, and then that tanks the night. But that's not what we're worrying about here. We're just doing what we can. That's a game changer. Okay, what happens if things go wrong? How do we bring ourselves back to our intention?
Well, I use something, and I'm kind of skipping ahead a little bit. I call it a totem. It's really just something that maybe I'm wearing or I have in my pocket to remind me of the intention that I'm setting. So I have polished rocks, and it's an easy thing if you have pockets. I don't know if you're wearing pockets today, Dina, but
it can be that.
I do. I have
it can be
pockets in
that
this.
small.
It can be that
something
small.
that just fits in your pocket.
Yeah, no one has to know about it. No one has to see it, but I put my hand in my pocket and I have a little touch there, and I remind myself, I'm here to be present. I'm here to express gratitude for this moment. Yeah.
Why are we struggling with that more than we ever have before? It seems like being present and in the moment.
Oh gosh, I think that there's a lot of reasons, but I think we're conditioned to think about the next thing. What do I have to do next? Are things going to be perfect? I think, you know, we have a huge focus on how things look and how we present ourselves to others. And so I think that our mind can really get churning on that instead of saying, like, why am I here? Why do I want to do this?
We needed these reminders at this time of year. And then the last was to be gentle with yourself. Okay, Heather, if you want to send the gift of wellness to a loved one, you can donate to the scholarship fund. You can get them an appointment, a gift certificate to come and have a chat with you. Where do we follow you?
You can follow me at our Instagram, Simple Modern, and yeah, you can go to our website, www.simplemodern.org.
There it is on the screen, everybody. Also now a link on our website at abc4.com/GTU. How fun that a chance meeting turned into this incredible interview.
know.
Thank you so
Amazing.
much
Meant
for
to
being on
be.
the show.
Thank you.